Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for February 2020. I hope this video finds you all well, whether you're watching it for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with Pisces placements. I want to wish all of you a happy birthday who have a birthday coming up this month. I hope you have an amazing solar return. Before we actually get into your reading, I do have a couple of quick announcements. The big one is that I have taken down my personal readings and Reiki sessions just for the time being. I had quite a difficult month last month, to be honest with you. I had a couple of health things come up. I had to get a new phone, and honestly, I was just feeling really drained. I really felt that eclipse and that major conjunction that we had last month, and honestly, I've just been trying to catch up and I've fallen a little bit behind. So if you are still waiting for a personal reading from me, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. I am getting to, I do promise, I'm taking some time just to catch up, catch my breath, and then recenter myself so I can keep doing this work. I've honestly felt like I've needed to take some time off for a while, but as a Virgo, I hate taking time off, and I think I just tried to push myself through it, and I almost drove myself in the ground there. So I'm taking some time just to center my energy, re-energize, and I'm hoping you're all looking forward to the changes I'm going to be making to this channel as well. I have some things up my sleeve that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've been talking about it, like adding new videos, adding different content, and I just haven't done it. And I'm really feeling like this year, I'm wanting to branch out into more things. It feels like a lot of the readers on YouTube, they're shifting things, switching things up. The energy has just been really heavy too, and I think people are kind of looking for different sorts of material now. I've noticed it's less of an emphasis on love readings and more on spiritual stuff, more life purpose stuff. And it's not that I'm opposed to doing love readings. I feel like they honestly come up a lot in the generals. I'm thinking for the mid-monthly readings, I'm actually going to start doing something else. And I'd love to hear in the comments down below how you're all feeling about that, kind of gauge some things. But don't be surprised if I'm making some changes. I know I haven't even done the mid-monthly readings in like the past couple of months because I've just been so exhausted. But I really am feeling energized to really branch out and do some new things. So I hope you're all excited for that. I do have links in the description box down below for those of you who are interested in readings or Reiki sessions. Again, those will be back by the middle of the month. So they are available if you're looking. And I will be posting on social media when my services are back online. Now, the second announcement, I have been doing an astrology report at the start of each of these readings, and I've decided to just kind of streamline it into the actual reading itself, kind of referencing the astrological transits and aspects as I feel like they're being reflected in the cards. I do still have the astrology forecast blog in the description box down below for those of you who are curious for the energy for this month, as well as a list of those aspects and transits. I have all of that in there. I think a lot of people were kind of complaining last month that the intro was just too long, and I kind of agree. Honestly, it was longer than I had intended it, but there was a lot of things that went on last month. This month is ironically very short. I probably could whip it out in like 5 minutes, but I think I'm just going to focus it into the cards, and I'm just going to trust the message that comes through, but very often there is a lot of parallel between the two different mediums, so it's always interesting to kind of streamline those two things together. And I think that's pretty much it. As I'm shuffling here, I just want to give a friendly reminder that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for everyone. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what messages apply to you and what should be left behind for someone else. And it's totally okay if this doesn't resonate. Nothing went wrong. I always set the intention for these videos to reach the people who need to hear the messages the most. So if I didn't pick up on your energy this time, don't sweat it. You're more than welcome to check out some of the other videos for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. If you don't know what those are, I actually have a natal chart calculator in the description box down below that should help you figure all of that out. And because this is a general reading, some of the energy may also come in the reverse, so there may be roles that are switched. Another person's energy may be more like your own energy, or vice versa, and you're welcome to switch the roles as they fit your situation. Don't get too caught up on the gender or zodiac information behind the cards. It's all just the energy and the way that energy is being translated in the most concise way at this time. So what do we have for Pisces coming into February? Let's see, what do we have for Pisces? We already have a couple cards here. Show me clearly. Ooh, Pisces, what is going on? Okay. Almost have the road here. Okay. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands and the Tower coming out together. The Justice card in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. And we have the Lovers and the Five of Cups. There's a lot going on for you, Pisces. I'm picking that up right now. I don't feel like this is going to be talking about one specific situation in your life. I feel like you have a lot of different things that you're juggling. Because we do have this Tower card that's showing up in your day-to-day life. And I feel like this is either a situation at work or with family members. Could be with friends, even a lover. Whoever it is you're spending most of your time with. There's this Tower moment that's happening. And I almost get the sense it's in the process of falling. And you're trying to get everyone to work together. Or you're trying to get other people to see the thing you're concerned about. You sense something is falling apart here. But everyone else, or the people you're involved with, there's this conflict, this fighting with this Five of Wands. Everyone is so distracted on the little things or pointing blame at each other. They're not really addressing the problem here. And honestly, Pisces, it feels like there's a pretty big problem that's going on. And I get the sense that you're taking it seriously. You're aware of it. It might affect you more than it's affecting the people around you. But I think it's going to affect them too. And they're not seeing it. They're just not hearing what you have to say. This could be with an Aries or Scorpio individual in specific with that Tower energy. And you know, not for nothing, we do have a Mercury retrograde that's going to be happening in your sign. That's more towards the middle of the month. I'm actually picking this up for the start of the month, but we will be in that pre-shadow phase. And when you're in that Mercury pre-shadow, things can kind of slow down. It's kind of setting the stage for the Mercury retrograde. And I think you're going to see something ahead of time that other people aren't seeing. And it's funny because it's like you're trying to tell people, hey, this is going on. You know what's going on, Pisces. And for some reason, the people around you just are not hearing it. Or they're too focused on blaming another person, another party. Wow. And with this Justice card in the reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is actually kind of reminding me of Mars going into Aries, which is going to be on the 7th. And we actually have a full moon in Leo on the 9th. People are going to be having some really strong emotions this month, and that's always a nightmare when you have a Mercury retrograde, just saying. Because people are going to misread each other, people are going to read into things people are saying. There's a lot of sensitivity around you, Pisces. And it's like you're not feeling reciprocated with this Justice card in the reverse. There's just this conflict that's happening, and I feel like you're really struggling to stay out of it. You're trying to focus on this Tower that's happening. And I almost wonder if this is, for some of you, this is pertaining to a romantic relationship, because we do have the Lovers with the Five of Cups. Someone is feeling really dejected. I hate to say this, I'm almost getting like third wheel energy. Someone's feeling left out in the cold. Maybe that's why there's this conflict around you, but honestly, Pisces, I'm almost wondering if it's you, because we do have the Justice card here in the reverse. Something is not being reciprocated emotionally, and someone might be ending up with someone else. Let me clarify this. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Someone's definitely making a decision. It could be a context where someone is making a decision between two people, but actually, how I'm kind of interpreting this energy, Pisces, is you have to make a decision you don't want to make. But you know something isn't going to work. You're seeing the tower already starting to crumble. And maybe the people you're dealing with the person you're dealing with is seeing this, but isn't acknowledging it, isn't being proactive about it. And you're like, well, shit, what do I do? Yeah, you're really trying to figure out what to do here. And it's like you have to make a decision you don't want to make. With that Justice card in the reverse. That Knight of Wands is actually intriguing to me. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. The Chariot. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Someone's not wanting to go forward. One person does and the other person doesn't. Or one side does, the other side doesn't. And you know something needs to change. Honestly, Pisces, I feel like you're making the change that the other party is afraid to make. And again, for some of you, there could be this third-party situation where there's someone else involved. I don't actually think that's the case for the majority of you, though. Again, this is a general reading, so take what applies. But I do get more of the sense that you're making the choice for this other person that you don't want to make. And this could be romantic, this could be with a family member, this could be in any situation, really. But it's not feeling very comfortable. Some of you might actually be leaving a situation behind. Some of you are moving. Some of you could be looking for a new job because the situation you're in is just so toxic. Oh yeah, golden egg. Heart chakra. This is a big card. You're really being asked to follow your heart. And it's like you know the answer. And it doesn't feel good. It really I'm sorry, I hate to say it, it doesn't feel good. We have the Tower energy right here. And you have to listen to your heart, Pisces. You have to make this decision, this lover's decision. Sometimes the lovers represents making a commitment, and that's not always in a romantic way. And you're feeling kind of forlorn about this decision. Because it seems like you're losing something in the process. What you're not seeing, though, is the two cups that still stand behind you. You see what has fallen over already. But there is something here for you. There is still this support. Even though you have the Tower, it's not like all is lost. if you're not sure what to do, how to go forward in this situation, I actually have this exercise with the golden egg where you lay down and you place your hands over your heart and you just breathe deeply and observe your heartbeat. And then naturally you'll notice your breath start to slow down. You'll notice your heartbeat start to slow down. And once you're really in that relaxed state, start syncing your breath to your heartbeat. So if you are, breathe in for 5 heartbeats, hold your breath for 5 heartbeats, breathe out for 5 heartbeats, however many, 5, 6, 7. All that matters is that you're in sync with your heart, whatever feels comfortable for you. And as you're doing this process, really visualize a connection being formed between you and your heart. And a lot of the time when we do this process, we realize we don't even need an answer, we just needed to connect with ourselves again. If you still want to ask a question, once you're really connected to your heart, you can ask for guidance and you'll get a response either as an intuition and knowing. You might get this surge, this feeling. You can even ask, what does a yes feel like? What does a no feel like? Really have a conversation with your heart. Get to know your heart here. Doesn't feel easy though, Pisces. I gotta be honest. I'm very curious to see how all of this is developing. Oops. That's too many. I'm going to trust that if any of these cards were meant to come out, they'll pop out again here. Okay. What else do we have? What are the messages for Pisces for the second half of February and beyond? Yeah, that was a card that fell out. Okay. We have the Empress card. The Four of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse coming out together. Okay. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So this Empress card, I really do feel like a lot of you are going to be doing right by yourself. And even though that wasn't an easy decision to make, I actually feel like you're in a pretty good space. I do see with this Four of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands, however, there is this disappointment. This loss of what could have been. Something you were looking forward to, some sort of celebration, the future you could have had, especially if there's a fire sign here with this Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't need to be. Someone is being really selfish. It feels like it's energy around you. And it's almost like they're giving you this ultimatum. Like it's my way or the highway. And you know you can't go forward in that way. So you are walking away from the situation, but it's like your choice, but it's not actually your choice. It's something you were sort of forced to do, or a decision that you made for them is how it feels. For some of you, it's almost like you're breaking up with this person for their, sake. God. or just walking away from somebody, walking away from a situation. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, something is being shown. And I feel like this might be a little bit later down the road, because we do have a Mercury retrograde that's going to be happening. Intuitively, you're picking up on something, and I think you're finally going to be getting some sort of evidence here. Something you've been sensing this person or party has been doing behind your back. I know this is very specific. I usually don't go here in these readings, but this is coming to mind. If you are suspecting your significant other or your person of being involved with someone else, I wonder if you're going to be finding that out, especially if you're married to this person. Again, general reading, not going to apply to everyone. But that is kind of coming to mind pretty strongly. I am curious about this Empress energy, though. Why is the Empress here? You are going into a better situation, is the thing. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone was being very withholding from you. It actually does feel kind of like a financial thing. Or hoarding resources for themselves. Again, this other energy I'm picking up around you, Pisces, feels very self-centered and very out for their own gain. And I think it's like, fine. You're playing that game, I have to play it too. I'm looking out for myself. I have to say, you're looking really good to other people, too. I don't feel like you're quite open to people in that way, to be honest with you, but you're looking good to some people. And you're not settling for this childish behavior, these games anymore, with the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands. Even though it doesn't feel all rosy, something broke, something changed. And you're raising your standards. And that doesn't mean you have to hate this person. Starfish energy. Yeah, someone's very superficial. This is kind of an emotional vampire energy. Someone who just likes the attention, doesn't have much depth to them. And Pisces, you are depth. Maybe you've been surrounding yourself with people who are lacking this, but I actually feel like you're opening yourself up to people who really appreciate you, to people who feel deeply, who live deeply. I feel like there's another animal card here. And there's just someone who's stuck in their ways. It's like the starfish being stuck to the ocean bottom here. Or not ocean bottom, like the rock. Stuck to the rock. Unicorn. Yeah, your intuition is going to be very, very powerful, and it is going to be leading you to new people. It's not going to make sense. You have two really big spirit animal cards here. You have the heart chakra and the third eye. I feel like I say this in like so many readings, but it really is like you're going through a spiritual awakening, and that makes sense for my audience, but you're really seeing things from a different perspective than most people. You're seeing things on a level that is hard to communicate, that's hard to express, and it's hard for other people to understand. And you're really going to be feeling that throughout this Mercury retrograde. But whenever we have a Mercury retrograde in a water sign, especially in Pisces, I really do feel like intuitive faculties increase. We might not understand it right away. It might not make sense. Things can come true in very unexpected ways. But your intuition is on about something. You caught this person long before there was any evidence. You see someone for who they really are, and you're sad because there's not a lot of depth there. It's not what you thought. This person was very charming, very beautiful, but there wasn't much else beneath that. Interesting. I do want to pull a color healing card for you, just because this was a little bit of a heavier read. I do apologize for that, but I just like to be honest. I like to give the messages that come through, but I don't like to leave you hanging either. So let's see what colors will be healing for my Pisces. And honestly, it feels, I know it doesn't feel good, but it feels right. And it feels like you're coming into a nice new chapter of your life here. So tell me, what is the healing color for Pisces? Whoops. Okay, let's see. Burgundy, awaken your passion. Yeah, you're kind of doing your own thing, I think, by the end of the month. It's not like anyone's cooperating with you or working with you. Burgundy connects you to your passion, vibrancy, and enthusiasm for life. It leads you to your life purpose and makes your dreams a reality. Burgundy also energizes you whenever you are feeling down, showing you your path when you feel lost. Awaken your passion with the color burgundy. When you are passionate about something, your intuition, heart, and soul awakens. That's really interesting because you have the third eye and the heart chakra. Spend some time connecting to your passion. Write down all of the things you love or would love to do, feel, and experience. Wear something burgundy close to your heart or create a special bracelet for yourself that you can wear often to remind you of your passion. You can also make or purchase a picture of a burgundy circle. Every day, spend 5 minutes meditating on the circle, awakening your zest for life. Energize yourself by taking deep, connected breaths as you focus your attention on the color burgundy. I was literally talking about doing that with your heart. This is so funny. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow me to awaken my intuition, passion, and love for life so that I can fulfill my extraordinary potential. Yeah, you have a lot of potential. The group I'm tapping into, there is a lot of potential here with this unicorn, and I think the people around you were really... There was something tantalizing about that to them. And maybe they kind of gave it back to you a little bit. They tried to imitate you or imitate that level that you have. And you're realizing by the end of the month that it was kind of just talk. They don't have that same passion, that same level of purpose that you feel. And I feel like everyone has a purpose, but it's really how committed you are to that. And maybe this person's purpose just isn't the same, it's not the same sphere as your own. And that might be why this is so hard. The group I'm tapping into, it's like you really are special and you need someone special. And you're this Empress energy. I feel like there's a lot of people who are looking at you, very interested by you, intrigued by you. But they don't necessarily know how to relate to you either. So I'm feeling like this color burgundy, awakening your passion. This is what's going to help you find the right people when you're doing the things you love, when you're in that flow. You are this Empress. This divinely chosen being. I do hope this reading was helpful for all of you. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what's happening for you. If you like this flow of the video better than the previous months, I'd love to hear some feedback on that as well. And of course, I have all of my links in the description box for all of my social media and my services, which will be back up towards the middle of the month. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care, Pisces.